Alright, so today we'll look at a question from 2016 internal exams, that is question 3 coming from section A, and this question had 22 marks. Now, when you are attempting a question on the errors and suspense account, first you have to look at the requirement. So you come down here where it's written required. The first requirement here is prepare the journal entries necessary to correct the above entries. Narrations are not required. And B, write up the suspense account and balance it. Okay? So this is what we are going to do. But we have got part A here, which reads, explain the following errors that are not revealed by a trial balance. Okay? So we have got error of omission. So error of omission, this is a situation where a transaction or an account is completely left out from the books of accounts. Then 2 here we have error of principal. This is another error where there is an entry in the wrong class of accounts. Alright, so since we are done with part A, we can come to part B, where we are supposed to prepare the journal entries and also prepare the suspense account. So I'll start with the journal entries. So this is the journal. Okay. The journal, we have details here, debit, credit. Alright, so the question reads here, Mushangelu prepared the trial balance on 31st March 2014 and found that the credit showed a total of 44,000, more than the debit column. So as I said in the previous lesson, when you have a figure like a 44,000 here on the credit side, that is more. When preparing the suspense account, you are going to use this figure on the side that had a smaller balance. Alright, we continue. The suspense account was opened to make up the difference. Some days later, he discovered the following errors in his books. So the first error was 1. The sales day book had been undercast by 30,000 kwacha. So if the sales day book was undercast, it means the sales account, which has a normal balance on the credit side, had been reduced by 30,000 kwacha. So we should credit the sales account so that we increase the amount. But when you check at this transaction, there is no other account involved. Therefore, since it is not known, we are going to record a suspense, okay, with a debit. So you start with a suspense, debit 30,000 kwacha. Then you write here sales on the credit side, 30,000 kwacha. Then you close since narrations are not required. Then you go to the second part. A purchase of goods costing 42,000 kwacha from Kalumbira was entered correctly in the purchases day book, but was wrongly posted to Kalumbira's account as 24,000 kwacha. Okay, so since it was entered correctly in the purchase day book, it means the purchase account was fine. But Kalumbira's account had a problem. Instead of 42,000, a 24,000 was recorded. So what we are going to do is we are going to increase Kalumbira's account. Okay. Now when you look at this, the purchases account has a debit balance. Okay. Then Kalumbira being the creditor, the balance would be on the credit side. So if we find the difference here between 42 and 24. Okay, we can use this space. 42 less 24. 12 minus 4, we have 8. 3 minus 2, we have 18. Okay, so we have to increase Kalumbila by 18 kwacha. Alright, so we have suspense. We debit 18 kwacha. Then Kalumbila, we credit 18 kwacha. Then you close this one as well. We go to the third one. The purchase of new fixtures and fittings costing 39,000 kwacha for business use had been debited to the purchase account. Alright, so if you purchase an asset is used in the business, it's not meant for resale. So this was a mistake to record in the purchase account. So what we are supposed to do is to open a fixtures and fittings account, then cancel the purchases account. So since purchase account has a debit balance, we are going to credit purchase account, then debit fixtures and fittings. So you have fixtures and fittings, 39,000 kwacha on the debit side, then purchases 39,000 kwacha on the credit side. You close like that. Okay. The fourth one, a payment by check of 8,500 to a creditor, P. Fulaka, had been posted to the wrong side of his account, although it was correct in the bank account. Alright, so when making a payment in the bank account, it was correct. Now, in P. Fulaka, it was wrongly entered. It was entered on the wrong side. Okay, so P. Fulaka, being the receiver of this money, the amount was supposed to be debited. Now, in this case, it meant that P. Fulaka was credited with 8,500. So what we do here is that we are going to debit P. Fulaka. So what we'll do is we write P. Fulaka. Okay. Now to debit P. Fulaka, because on the credit side there is 8,500. So to cancel this one, we are going to double the amount. So if we multiply 85 by 2, we are going to get 17,000. So you write 17,000 on the debit side. Okay. Then the bank account is fine. So the other account which is not known, we are going to write suspense. Okay. On the credit side, 17,000 kwacha. We close like that. Then the last one, a sales ledger balance of 75,000 kwacha for Kengulula had been omitted from the trial balance figure. So since this one was omitted, what we are going to do is we'll enter 75,000 on the debit side of Kengulula. Okay. And the other account is not known here. Okay. Kengulula is a debtor, so we write Kengulula debit 75,000 kwacha. Then suspense, since the other account is not known. So on the credit side you have 75,000 kwacha. Okay. So we are done with the journal entries. Now we go to part B, where we're supposed to open up, write up the suspense account. So we can draw the suspense account. Okay, so suspense account, what we're going to do is first we look at the first statement where we are told about the 44,000 kwacha. Since the credit side was more than the debit side, so we are going to write here difference in the trial balance. difference in the trial balance, and the debit 44,000, since the debit side was less. So you put the difference on the side that was less. Okay, having done that, we go to the journal entries. Where there is a suspense, that is the only account that you pick and record in the suspense account. So first there we have sales and suspense. So we pick sales, and the amount is on the credit side. So here we debit 30,000, observing double entry rule. We go to the second one. There is also suspense. So we pick Kalumbila. Since the amount is on the credit side 18, we'll debit 18. Okay. Then the next one, this 18 is 18,000, not just the 18 quarter. Okay, 18,000. Then this one, which has fixtures and fittings and purchases, will not be entered in the suspense account. So we skip it. We come to P Flaka. P Flaka. The amount is 17,000 on the debit side, so we take it to the credit side. 17,000. Then the last one we have Kengulula, 75,000. Okay, Kengulula. The 75,000 is on the debit side, so we take it to the credit side. 75,000. Then we close. Let's see if we are going to have the zero balances here. If we add the zeros there, we have 0, 0, 0. Then 4 plus 8, we have 2. Then 4 plus 1, we have okay, 4. Okay, we have 2. Thank you. Then 4 plus 3, that is 7. 7 plus 1, 8 plus 1, which remain there, we have 9. So we have 92,000. Okay. We add the credit side also. 0, 0, 0. 7 plus 5, we have 12. 2 carry 1. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 7, 9. So both sides we have got 92,000 kwacha, meaning that we have a zero balance. And this is how you clear the suspense account. Alright, thank you very much.